Hi again, everyone. Here to do the last video of the Aqua Dragons Aquarium. But before I left for the commitment that I had, I set up things as I had it similar to when I left, and I found out something. And I think you might be able to see here with the light on the back. You can see that I scraped just certain areas because I could not see clearly that if I was cleaning or not. But as you can see, there is an area that is significantly clearer on the wall than the other. So because before everything was the same, I could not see the difference, but you can see it now. So I found out that here is similar. You can see certain spots with cleaner or clearer lines than others. So indeed, the haze is not in the water itself, but is something growing on the wall. And let me see if I can find an example. Because I scrape it, it's not as clear. But it looks like in the spots that there were algae, or at least the bright algae, around it, this haze organism would not grow. So, my suspicion this is some kind of bacteria. Uh, so, anyhow, it's something normal. It's simply that if you, I would need to, and I would not going to do it now. I have invested enough time today. I will do it tomorrow on my own. But to do it properly, I will need the lights in the back to see where I pass the brush to see clearly that the haze on the area that I want to clean is gone, or at least is. You can see a significant difference between this triangle feature, that is where I clean more roughly because there were two clumps of algae in there that I didn't want, and then the rest around that is kind of haze. So I don't think it's a different kind of plant. I think it's some kind of bacteria, and that is normal. There is natural bacteria, and the important thing is that it does not overpower the ecology. That it did not, because as you can see, they survived for 25 days. And also, as I mentioned, at this point, since the last video, have been around 6 hours. So you can see here all the nutrients and stuff have settled down significantly, and interesting. So because I did in the places that I removed the algae, you can see clearer, but now that the light is in the back side, we have the same issue. We have this hazy film on the wall. So, okay, so this is an additional thing I did not know. You put the light in the back, and then you clean it properly. As I say, I'm not going to do it. That would take too much time, and already it's taking long. So this is the one that I should take care of now. So with the base and the same the precautions that I took before. Although I think I'm running out of time. Well, instead of two, it's only one. So put something here that you can see. And when I set up things, okay, first put all the aquariums away of my movement range, so less chance of them to topple. So what I have done, outside the range that I plan to use to clean. And now I need to adjust the lights. This time I think I will put a light behind it. Let's see how I can do this. As I said, I'm doing this on the fly. This was not planned ever at the beginning, back in June 27 when I tried to get the first colony. But we make it as we go. Let me see. So if I can adjust the lights so I can see and you can see. I don't want to blind the video either. Okay, this will be a little tricky because of the shape of the aquarium. So anyhow, yeah, I'm not even bothered to remove the film. As you can see, with the feeding, the film have broken quite a good deal. So. Okay, so let's see. I think this will be a little more challenging because it's round. So essentially, I'm avoiding, and I'm sorry if I send some Aqua Dragons to the Aqua Dragon Haven, but it's very difficult to see what is in here, especially I need to turn the brush an angle because this is round. So I'm going to make such a mess, but cannot really help. Okay, let's see how it goes. And I need to be careful because I as you can see, probably I cannot see if I'm getting Aqua Dragons between the legs, but it's very difficult. Besides that the round shape is make it more difficult, but you can see that I'm making a viewing window. So essentially with these aquariums, essentially that will be the maintenance stage. I simply, later on, as I said, when the salt content is too high, I will need to do something different, but meanwhile, the only thing I will be worrying is just to remove enough algae so I can see my brain churning pets. In this one, essentially, there are two areas. I don't care about the circles. I don't need the magnification. Getting a magnification because of the shape of the aquarium. Because the issue. Ooh, dropping a bit. No. Yeah. As you can see, there is a good chunk of salt here. Normally, I will try to push it back. Okay, I'm doing that with the back of the brush, although because of the brush, toothbrush is wet, some of the salt is dissolving again. So what I will need to do in this case, because there is so much, I will need to take a paper towel and go around it carefully. Okay, so you can see still need more work. You can see some patches I need to clean more. Because of course now that is the maintenance stage, always there will be pieces, little pieces that stay on the viewing area. So algae will start growing again from that area pieces that stay live. But that's fine. That I have decided to work with the algae, so this will be my responsibility in the maintenance from now on. And now we go to the other side, that there is no circles and the same. Carefully, because I cannot see a squat. Hope I will not send many Aqua Dragons to Aqua Dragon Haven. And gently, I simply scrape it out. As gently as I can, because of the shape, the bristles do a mess. As you can see, the salt water is flying everywhere. You can see the piece of plastic that I put here. So in the early stages, if you see my older videos, you would see that the algae started growing on top of that piece of plastic quite early on, after I started the Aqua Dragons colony. That was the purpose. I learned that from one of the videos that say there was a plastic ship in a version of the sea monkey's name, I think, Pirate Sea Treasure sea monkeys or something like that. They included a plastic ship and something that it was consistent, and it happened to me because I had it in the 90s. The plastic chip got covered in algae before anything else. And it was commented in one of the videos that I checked this time around, and it's true. So having what they named plastic decorations that, excuse me, that do not harm the sea monkeys, meaning things that can go into the water and will not leach any resin or anything that will kill the brine shrimps. It's an excellent surface for the algae to get hold. Oops, sorry. Again, checking with my eyes, but not checking for your video. Okay, so now we're doing great. And again, you see that I'm making a little mess, but that's fine, because like the Gronk Aquarium, it will settle. Okay, I think that is good enough. Essentially, the area where there are no circles I have cleared it, so I can see the Aqua Dragons. There are some pieces of algae here. I can scrape it off. If I don't want to use my hands, I can use the spoon, the back part of the spoon. Butterfingers. And what time? Ooh, 13. I'm almost out of time. Anyhow, I need to wrap here because I'm going to run the YouTube limit. But you get the idea. Oh yes, but I want to mention something else because I did a big mess in this one outside the aquarium. Paper towel to dry, and then paper towel, and I have seconds essentially to go around and clean all the water with the soap. And I need to stop the video now because otherwise YouTube will not accept it. So that's it. The 4 aquariums cleaned. So I say this has been a big success, so I will not worry about making a one in spring because I think there will be not much difference since this was so huge of a thing. So most likely will be next year unless something big happens. Okay, it was a pleasure and see you guys next time.